Right, it's been a while. So here we go. I'm going to be making about a 9-inch bowl out of some really nice mahogany, some Cuban Fiddleback Mahogany I got from Carlton McClendon's here in Atlanta, Georgia. As here I can see just be setting up my lathe. Most of this video being like 10x speed, 8 to 10x speed, making sure everything's balanced here. Pretty round piece already, so it wasn't too bad, and I didn't even bother finding center, just eyeballed it in. The real brave way to do it. You can start seeing that figure coming through. So here I'm putting in the mortise for the jaws to go into. I've got some dovetail jaws on my lathe. I prefer to do a mortise as opposed to a tenon. I think it's just easy to clean up at the end. Gives you a nice foot. I also use it obviously as like a depth stop. So I will make the side of the bowl the same depth as the mortise. That way I know if I'm going to go too deep or too low. I've only ever gone through the bottom one bowl. Here I'm using the 40/40 grind with a push cut from Stuart Batty and Ashley Harwood. It's a great way of cutting, nice, smooth. Normally I start like sanding about 220. This one I start a little lower just to be sure because it's such a nice piece of wood. Actually, this piece of wood terrified me because it was so nice. I didn't want to ruin it. So I'm using negative rate scraping to make sure that's a nice smooth bottom, and just finishing off that tenon on the bottom, nice and smooth. Doing a final push cut with hopefully a nice sharp tool. There we go. Sanding from probably 120, definitely 220, and I think I did 400 on this as well. Yeah, I think about here I realized just how much I didn't want to ruin this bowl. Here's some Instagram shots there. Link in the description if you care. Don't blame me if you don't. Now I'm going to use, so this is not a sponsor, but Triple E Butte Shine. It's fantastic. I mean, just look at that, just gorgeous. So it's got a mineral spirit in there. It's got some diatomaceous earth, which is like little pumice rock. So as you put it on and run the machine, it acts like a self-sizing sandpaper or glass paper, so it gets finer and finer grit as you more run it. You end up with a really nice finish on bowls. I actually use Yorkshire Grit for the inside of the bowl because it's food safe. I think it is also food safe, but just doesn't say it. And maybe one day I'll like to put popcorn as well. Who knows? So here again we're using the push cut from Stuart Batty. I actually do it reverse way the way he does it. And Ashley Harwood. My lathe's not quite powerful enough to do it just the way they do it. You can see the chips are just flying directly at the camera there as well. So, good fun. Yeah, this is about 10x speed now. I think we're fully up to 10x. This whole thing took about an hour to complete, maybe an hour and 20 after letting the mineral spirits dry. We'll see that in a minute. So yeah, I'm just clearing out the inside. The thing I like about the Stuart's and Ashley's method is just so quick. It's so much quicker than doing it any other way I've found. And it's nice to use a real ball gouge. You know, I see a lot of people using the carbide tools, which is fine. You know, I've used the carbides when I was learning and stuff, and you can get a really nice finish with them. You can do real cool stuff with them, but I've got to say nothing beats the experience of using the ball gouge. So both the walls quite thick at this point. I'm going to do, so you're going to see me do what Stuart Batty does again, one of his methods. He is missing a finger, and I'm not sure if this is the reason, but we'll see in a second maybe. I think it's pretty, there you go. So I'm using my left index finger on the outside of the bowl to keep pressure so the wood doesn't move away from the tool. This is at real speed now, so you can see just how actually, purposeful I'm moving. It feels pretty safe. It doesn't look very safe, but it feels pretty safe. I've taught bowl turning to a couple people, well, dozen or so now. I do tell them this is... I wouldn't try this in your first bowl, but when you get comfortable with how the wood's moving and how the machine works, maybe give it a go, because you can get really nice thin edges without using like a reverse chuck or something, or like a wooden insert. But here I am, just finished off the room. I actually have a bottom bowl gouge which I didn't use for some reason. Again, I was terrified I was gonna blow it up, so I just wanted to like get it to good, not perfect. So more negative rate scraping, just clean up the inside. Perfect is the enemy of good. And with this piece of wood, I mean, it wasn't expensive or anything. It's so pretty. There we go. Going on with some mineral spirits. We're just getting rid of all the dust. So we'll clean that up and take all the. And you can see the figure there. Look at that. That's why it's called Fiddleback. So we'll just clean all that off. I did have some Scorch Marks, which I had to leave on. I sanded most of them out, but you can see them on the sort of the sides of the bowl there. It's not really noticeable on the bowl now. Again, good, not perfect. I would have probably, if I'd seen them more when I was doing it, I didn't even notice them until I got home. If I'd seen them, I would have probably have finished them up. So here's the other thing. I'm using the Yorkshire Grit. Quite hard to get here in America. Really easy to get in the UK. There's a company who, I think it's Walnut Lodge, sells it here. That's about the only one I've found. Again, it's a similar thing. It's a blend of diatomaceous earth and some, I think it's got a mineral oil, not mineral spirit, and some sort of wax. And it just it really makes the wood just gorgeous. Again, it has that sort of self-sizing grit property where the more you rub it in, the finer the diatomaceous earth gets. And unless you're an insect, diatomaceous earth is fine. Here we go, just rubbing that all in. And I'm going to finish this bowl with some beeswax from a colleague of mine in the biology department. He keeps bees, and I traded him a bowl a while back for some beeswax. So there's it going on. Big old thick chunk. I asked him for a little bit of wax. I was thinking like an inch cube or something. He bought me this like 12-inch slab of his homemade beeswax. And there we go, just covering the entire bowl. And here it is finished. You can see the scorch marks, but everything else, just look at that shine. Look at that chatoyance. Lovely. Well, that was it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. One day I might get back to making biology videos. Who knows? In the meantime, there's surely going to be a few more bowls because it's a fun hobby. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.